Keeping secrets in my head, or any space you can find. Glad to see that I can help make your life a bit easier. And have you ever thought of how I felt? You need to think about your behavior.
Hello, everybody. It's Sunday, and another edition of Butch On Sports. As the music just poorly just faded down here. Yes, indeed, here. All these little things. Excuse me. Again, welcome to another edition of Butch On Sports. Simply Butch here, and as always, thanks for tuning in on a Sunday evening. Early Sunday evening. Red Wings are playing right now. There are no score at Little Caesars Arena right now. I saw humongous amount of scoring plays in this particular game. And it looked good. Looked very good here. Helms, he's shaking his head still as he goes to the locker room. And Felipe Sedano is called up for the Red Wings, of course, here. And doing well. We'll get to more of that momentarily. Well, the Detroit Lions stink again. I can't put it any better than that. Detroit Lions smell. They got beat by 19-16 over the Washington Redskins, who only won one game this year. One of the worst teams in the NFL. Of course, they made magic with the Detroit Lions today, and I just don't know what the heck to say. I know many people are not feeling good here with the Detroit Lions performance, especially on this particular occasion on offense. Jeff Driscoll came out today doing fair, but his performance was up and down against the Redskins this particular Sunday there. Scarborough, when they gave him the ball, did very, very well. 98 yards. He had under 20 carries. Under 20 carries. That's a pretty good doggone job to boot for a running back that basically just got here. Driscoll, on the other hand, he was very impressive. As a runner, he carried the ball 9 times for 63 yards, a quarterback. 6'6" in height. They're going to have to fix something for this young man to go to his strength. And his strength is being able to come out the pocket and find people. If not, find open spaces to run and keep the offense going. Washington, as poor as they are in their record, played a very good job with receivers, although Driscoll got the ball around to many receivers for some significant gains. But again, you can't keep passing the ball, scrambling, and in crucial situations, don't get open. Receivers I'm talking about. Again, he's got to find something for this quarterback where he can excel, not only as a passer, but using his strength as a runner. Again, defense was poor. This again, Detroit Lions is one of three teams, at least two teams right now, that has had a lead in every single game they have played, but in the Lions' case have not won no ball games. For exception of the 1, 2, 3, I do believe 4 games, 3 games at least that they have won. Yes, it stinks indeed. It smells. But what can you say? I thought about Driscoll. He made 2 crucial mistakes on interceptions in the final minute of the game. They gave Washington a chance to get the ball and eventually took the lead. Driscoll finished with 20 out of 31 for 207 yards, touchdown, 3 interceptions. However, in this particular game, and I'm not going to, excuse me, crap over about it, if the Lions on special teams continue to have problems. Detroit allowed a kick return for a touchdown after the receiver of the ball fumbled around with it, played around with it, picked it up and found a hole and ran. All the way for a touchdown. Marvin Hall misjudged fielding a punt. And that put the Lions in trouble. Deep in their own territory. I believe the 2-yard line in the third quarter. Yet special teams has not been a shining example for the Detroit Lions this year. Again, the Lions lose 19-16. They'll have a short week getting ready and prepared for their game on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, here at Ford Field against the Chicago Bears. And they better watch them, Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears, whew, I don't know. Let's move on, boys and girls. Another thing that happened in football today, Frank Gore, a player who suffered 2 torn ACLs while he was in college in Miami. However, he's only missed just 10 games in 15 seasons. 15 years, only 10 games. Boy, that would be something for Detroit Lions if certain players could only miss just 10 games in 15 years. However, the Lions and the Bills had a 23 victory over the Denver Broncos. Gore passed Barry Sanders for third place in the NFL all-time rushing list. Did very well indeed. And Buffalo, I tell you, they're looking very good. Josh Allen is looking sensational. Yep. Only people ahead of him is Walter Payton. And, of course, at the top of the food chain is Emmitt Smith. So, you get your whiff on that one. Congratulations to Frank Gore, who's been playing for many teams but always shine. Him and Adrian Peterson, regardless of what team they play, rich or poor, has always came out there and did their very best, and that's amazing. Peterson did a doggone good job today in the game against the Lions for the few times he got the ball. Let's move on now to the Michigan Wolverines, continuing their hot streak after beating up on Indiana on Saturday. Now, I don't depend for any special accolades for the Michigan Wolverines. However, beating Ohio State will be a big feather in their cap next week at home at the Big House. That would really make this season superb for University of Michigan after losing 2 games in the Big Ten. And mess up some people's drinking indeed, because it's kind of icky there with the top 5 teams being Ohio State is one of them. Oregon is no longer an issue. They lost to Arizona State. I'm quite sure that moved down in the standings. Michigan is, in the AP poll, is now ranked number 10. In the coaches poll, they're ranked number 11. So they should get a pretty good bowl game if they finish this on out. But Agora, they give Ohio State the flux and make things very interesting when the playoff pick comes about, and that's a little bit after Thanksgiving. Michigan State wins. They have an opportunity to get a bowl game if they win this upcoming week. They'll have 6 wins, 6-6. And hopefully they'll be the guests in the Quick Lane Bowl. Of course, uglier things can happen, boys and girls. But if Michigan State do win, they deserve to play at home in Ford Field. That would put a feather in Ford Field cap, as normally on this particular game, they're drawing about 40,000 people. If Michigan State plays in a bowl, you can maybe expect close to 55,000, 60,000 people in the place to root on University of Michigan State. Well, that's a win-win if that is the determination. Believe me, if that's the determination. Moving on here, boys and girls. High school football. Tremendous games yesterday. Tremendous ones. Here is the deal for Friday, November 29th. At 10 a.m., Bill City will take on Reading. Both got 12-1 records. Muskegon Mona Shores will play Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King 10-2, Mona Shores 11-2. Maple City Glen Lake against Monroe St. Mary's Catholic Central. Catholic Central 11-1 in Monroe, of course. I don't want to mess this on up. And also Glen Lake is 12-1. Pretty competitive team so far, I've just mentioned there. That's Division 6. Division 4 game, and this is the nightcap, will be Grand Rapids Catholic Central. Catholic Centrals are doing very good against Detroit Country Day. 13-0. Catholic Central in Grand Rapids, 12-1. That's a 7:30 game. The other one is a 4:30 game. Before that, Martin Luther King and Mona Shores, 1 o'clock game, and also Bill City and Reading, that's the 10 a.m. game. Now on Saturday, boys and girls, Pewamo, Westphalen, 13-0 against Jackson Loomis Christian, 12-0. That's Division Center 7, 10 o'clock game. Brighton versus Davidson. Brighton 11-2, Davidson 11-2. That's a 1. That's a Division 1 game. The Big Bad Boogie Bear game, as I call it there. Lansing Catholic versus Almos. 13-0 at 4:30. And the Almos Denby game was stopped in the later quarters of the game because of fights between players. Very physical fights against players. And then the players got in physical fights against the fans with the Denby Almos game. Officials called the game almost the winner. Almost played Catholic Central 12-1 again. against Almost, who's in Division 5. That's a 4:30 game. The nightcap is Division 3 game, Muskegon. This seems like a basketball rivalry here, yes, against River Rouge, 12-1. That's at 7:30. Muskegon 13-0. That is going to be a very good game indeed there. This time, hopefully, River Rouge hopefully will come out a winner, as they've been to Ford Field at least 2 times, of my counting, maybe more, for Corey Parker to get his first state championship there. He's been runner-up a couple times. There you have it for football for Saturday and Sunday this upcoming week at Ford Field. Congratulations to all the participants throughout the season. And good luck to the particulars of the 8 ball games that will be played for the next, for 2 games on Friday and Saturday at Ford Field. We're going to talk a little volleyball here and kind of congratulate the winners and the runners-up here. Farmington Hill Mercy defeated Lowell in Division 1. Congratulations to Farmington Hill. Congratulations to Lowell. Farmington Hill is the state champion. Division 2, the state champion is Grand Rapids Christian. They've defeated Lake Odessa Lakewood. Congratulations to both those teams, especially to the champs, Grand Rapids Christian. Division 3, Monroe St. Mary's Catholic Central defeated Schoolcraft. That's going to be a baller there. In football, if they're still in the mix, but they beat Schoolcraft, Monroe St. Mary's Catholic Central. Congratulations to both those teams. The winner and the Division 3, Monroe St. Mary's Catholic Central. And of course on Division 4, Meldon defeated Leland in Division 4. Meldon's the champion. Again, congratulations to both those teams who participated in that particular match there. Volleyball is over. Football will be over next week in the high school particular situation there. On one of our shows after the holidays, we will go over and have a post game of all those fall sports and some of the highlights of the goings on, as that's all done, and basketball and some of the winter sports are going to get warmed up, like hockey and stuff there. So don't you tread your boots. Right now, again, I mentioned that the Red Wings right now in Columbus, it's zip after one period of play. Detroit Red Wings, today we called right winger Philippe Zadina from the American Hockey League in Grand Rapids. They placed defenseman Mike Green on injured reserve, retroactive to November the 19th. Zadina is only 19 years old. He appeared in 19 games with the Griffins this season. He ranked among the leaders with 7 goals. 6 assists. That's 13 points. Wow. That's third on his team. He's fourth in power plays. He's 4 power play goals, rather. That's second on the team. And also 46 shots. That's third on the team. He is not a scorer. But I saw some playmaking with this particular guy early in the game against Columbus tonight. If he can stick and stay, and the Red Wings have some pretty good doggone practices, this could be a valuable person when it comes down to getting the puck to particular individuals and giving them an opportunity, a chance to score. He did that at least 3 times in the first period. Zadina did. 19-year-old kid. And, I don't mean no harm, but it's about time to bring some of these kids on up and let them get some experience. You can't do no worse. And moving to the Pistons, I have not forgotten about them. Giannis, I'm not going to pronounce this last name. It's Sunday. I can't be doing this. He continued to provide offense for the Bucks. He had 28 points, 10 rebounds, for a 16 consecutive double-double. He led Milwaukee past the Detroit Pistons 104-90 this past Saturday night for a 7th straight victory. We're talking about Milwaukee, not the Pistons. They're up and down and all around there. Derrick Rose, he scored 20. Langston Galloway added 13. Andre Drummond only had 12 points, but 17 rebounds for Detroit. By the way, they did not have Blake Griffin dressed up in the game for various reasons. I guess this is what they call a rest day. I can't understand the rest day. Simple, either the guy is injured and let him get well, or you know what? I'm not going to say. I'm going to hold my tongue. One thing for sure I noticed in this game, I read that little lineup and stuff there, Detroit had 4 players who were Bucks last season. That was Tim Frazier, Tom Maker, Tony Snell, and Christian Wood. They was all on the Bucks last season. They're all now on the Pistons. And all of them are being very misused and abused. Milwaukee played against them. Yeah, they did. Of course, Pistons lose. Their next game is, of course, tomorrow night. They'll be the host of the Orlando Magic, who comes into Little Caesars Arena. So the ice surface will be changed to a basketball court at Little Caesars Arena. And then some. A lot of sports this week are championships and traditional games. And I'll go over it quickly before we end our show. Of course, you will get the Lions on Thanksgiving Day after the Thanksgiving Day parade and all this other stuff. On Wednesday night, we'll give you some details on how the park, where to sneak around, and stuff like that there. As you know what, it's going to be always difficult to get down Ford Field from a parking space. But again, there's always a wait and see effort, for the Thanksgiving Day parade, because it's just so hectic down there. I just can't understand why. What can I say? What can I say? Oh, boy. And, of course, the football championships on Saturday and also Friday at Ford Field. And the All-Star game next Sunday, too, the Zeta All-Star game, senior All-Star game for football, for high school kids. Butch On Sports is a presentation of My Darling Production there. Check Butch On Sports on Facebook, of course. Go to the site. Hey, you want to like or want to be on the page? Let me know. You know how to do it, and I'll give you an approval, and you can hit that particular page, and okie dokie. You can also go to, for sure, at Podomatic, type in SIMPLYBUTCHTOO.podomatic.com and go straight to the page where the podcasts are. You can also go to thegamesportshow.com, which again I'll be taking part in tomorrow night between 7 and 8 o'clock. Who knows when I'm going on, but I'll be there. And of course, you can go to the gamesportshow.podbean.com as well. Also, iTunes is available, boys and girls, for your dining and dancing pleasure on the podcast. I invite you to have a beginning of a great, great week. It's going to be grind time for yours truly. Hey, I ain't going to mess around and tell you no lie. Have a good beginning of the week. Butch On Sports is a presentation of Oh My Darling Production.